Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing the 2012 model year 10th anniversary Grand Seiko GMT. This is the SBGM031, a 2012 model year limited edition of 1,000 pieces in stainless steel. The watch wears easily on my wrist, the 10th anniversary celebration of the first Grand Seiko GMT. This watch remains as relevant today as it was in 12. Relatively compact. It's only 39.5 millimeters, which means I can endorse this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Its lug-to-lug span is quite reasonable at 46.9 millimeters, and it's not terribly thick either, though 14.1 means it's neither thick nor thin. It's the generous slope of the case flank and the box section cambered sapphire that allows it to slip under any dress cuff. Between the lugs, 19 millimeter spacing should you wish to accessorize, and Grand Seiko does give you strap tool perforations in the lugs for easy swapping. The strap, small scale alligator leather, gloss black, unbolstered, with a folded edge, a monotone stitch, Seiko branded strap naturally, calfskin on the underside, and a full deploying clasp that actually has more to it than meets the eye. There's an articulated buckle. You can see that the buckle itself features an integrated steel minder, and then it features a trigger system so it cannot accidentally pop open. You must positively disengage it. Of course, Grand Seiko branded. The timepiece, more secure while donning or removing thanks to this deployant clasp. The case, tin plate polished by hand. This is Grand Seiko's celebrated Zaratsu Optically smooth polish. It's the closest thing to Swiss black polish that you'll see on movements in Switzerland, executed on a case rather than a movement. And you can see the handsome junction between lugs and caseband. It's a wonderfully smooth, even bosomy and rounded form. It's softer than the remainder of the watch's aesthetic, which is hard and technical, and nowhere is that more evident than on the dial. Let's get as close as we can and give ourselves a bit more light to appreciate its details. Golden accents on top of a rich mirrored blue lacquer base. All of the indices are hand applied and double finished, so they have a combination of polish and satin, and you will note they have a wonderful depth effect. They add height above the dial, and they complement the hands at center, which are Dauphine style and faceted with both satin and polished elements. Grand Seiko dials are the finest finished element of a Grand Seiko. Short of Crador, a lot of folks go crazy about the case finishing, and it's wonderful, but the dial is where I would really compare Grand Seiko to any brand up to and including Rolex. With their antiseptic dial work, Grand Seiko is on that level. Hacking or stop seconds, you have split time displays, one 24-hour hand and an independently settable local hour hand, so you can actually drive that local hour hand without stopping the timing, and you can use it to drive the date forward or backwards as you travel across the international date line. Pull the hand or the crown out all the way and the hands halt. That is hacking or stop seconds. An oxidized rotor on the case back with a spectacular medley of blues in metallic tones on top of a Grand Seiko caliber 9S66 automatic winding. It has a 72-hour power reserve, beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, adjusted in a chronometer busting 6 positions. It's also promised to keep a chronometer busting +5, -3 timing standard per Grand Seiko. Water resistant to 30 meters. This is not an aquatic watch, but it does have the aesthetic versatility to be used in any occasion by anyone. 35 jewels, entirely watchmaker assembled, watchmaker regulated, and when the time comes, watchmaker serviced by Grand Seiko's own folks. This is a watch that is almost too beautiful to fully express in the case. I'm struggling to capture the blue of this dial without washing it out in my light box. If you can take my word for this. The color, the depth, the luster, and the grandeur of this dial is equal to the name Grand Seiko.